What's going on, guys? Start Joey with another strategy video. As promised, I would do one either today or tomorrow, and I'm just deciding to do it right now. Today, or in this video, we're going to be talking about Bouffalant. I use him or Toros, mainly Bouffalant, in just about every team, just because of he's got some great stats. I mean, base HP in 95, attack of 110, and special defense and defensive 95. That's very solid. He's not super slow, but he's slower. He's probably going to hit second, but these stats are really good, and he can turn into quite an attacker. All right, so I like to put him as a tank. I like tanky Pokemon because I like Bouffalant as a tank. Now, there's three abilities. Soundproof, I like Heal Belt, so I don't really use Soundproof. So there's Reckless and Sap Sipper. And, I don't really run Reckless just because I don't need any more recoil. He's got a really good attack, and I don't necessarily want to do that. I like Sap Sipper because it gives me an immunity and an attack boost to a whole type of Pokemon. So Leech Seed doesn't work, which is awesome because I hate it when that move is used on me. So there are two main items you can use. You can either use the Assault Vest, or you can use Leftovers. So the thing is, if you're going to roll with Head Charge, don't use Assault Vest, right? Because you're not going to have any way to heal yourself. If you're going to use Leftovers, you can use Head Charge. Just beware that you're going to wear him down more quickly, so his bulk is kind of not going to be as helpful. So I like to run Leftovers just because that's my kind of big item I like to use. Assault Vest is cool, but again, Bouffalant has really no way to heal himself, and I want him to be as tanky and last as long as possible. That being said, you can either use two moves, great stab moves, Return or Head Charge. So there it is. Max power, 102 power. That's super powerful, 100%. And then there's Head Charge, which is basically his signature move. 1/4 recoil, I think, is just a lot, especially in this setting. Leftovers takes a long time to heal. You don't get to use items. You don't get to, potions and stuff. You don't get to just feed him an amount of potions. So I don't really use Head Charge. I like to use Return, but feel free to. Earthquake, another incredibly powerful move. It's a great one. I also use Pursuit. Pursuit because it helps deal with people who like to switch out, or it's an offensive check, to Electrode or something else that would try to set up. It also breaks a Focus Sash Kadabra or any, Psychic Pokemon that it has a Focus Sash. And it allows, if they switch out, allows you to hit first, double power. That's that's pretty powerful. For some reason, I can't click on this. Let's try to do it again. Yeah, that doubles 8100, not a bad move. It's a good move just to have. You could also use it you could also switch it with Toxic if you want to try to wear down other Pokemon. So that's another option that you have right there. And then another great move is Mega Horn. Gives you a good way to hit Soul Rock, or it gives you, a decent move to hit Psychic Pokemon. Again, Return is also a good move. Accuracy, a little not as good as the others, but it's still a good move nonetheless. So the next thing you're going to do is I like to keep him tanky. I like to keep him really tanky. So, I would put a little in the special defense, just a little bit. Just because, non-physical moves, I don't want him to be destroyed by them. You can kind of cover defense by having HP. Obviously, 252 in attack, you want him to hit as hard as he can. And then the rest looks like it's 248. Yes. So you got 393 in the HP. And this leaves him incredibly tanky. You can either put the Adamant Nature, which is cool. Or even, if you really want to do it, you just put minus here, and you want to boost his defense, positive here, the Impish Nature. And then you kind of have, at least some in both the defense and the special defense, and you have some good bulk and some good attack. You should be able to outlast. You can also use Adamant for that attack, like I said earlier, but that's kind of up to you guys. Let's check his shiny out real quick. It doesn't look too different, but I like it. All right, guys. So, that's kind of how I use Bouffalant. Let's make a mail. Just finish that out. Um, that's how I like to use my Pokemon, or my Bouffalant. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, put them in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, share if you guys want to do that. All right, guys. Until next time, peace.